The Singapore banks have sold off by more than 8 to 10% since last week on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Right, so where are we right now? I mean, can we see more selling ahead? And is it a good time to think about getting in and positioning ourselves to ride any potential rebound? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier MyZero trader in Philips Securities, and in this video, we'll be looking at the three Singapore banks, right? DBS, UOB, and OCBC. We discover, what has happened, what are some of the key levels we have broken, and then heavy selling has came back, and where are some of those good levels whereby you can potentially think about getting in to ride any rebound, or perhaps there might be actually more downside. We will even dive into the system that I have to see what it says, if there were any exit signals from some of those bullish ones that we had recently, and where are we right now. So if you're keen in these three banks, if you're holding on to it, or you're thinking about to get in on dips on a good bargain, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because I think you're going to like what I got for you. So the first bank I would like to talk about would be DBS, and we have actually seen quite a good rally for DBS and the rest of the other banks. Like since December, we kind of broke some of those key levels, like the $33, we went all the way up to like 35, 37, and that's where some profit taking came back, and we actually had a little bit of support, like somewhere around here, and about the $36. Look at this right here, it was actually holding quite well above the $36, and that is where the 20 days moving average line is as well. So if we kind of like held above the 36, it actually looked quite okay, but unfortunately we had news of the Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and that's where the market sold off. The banks broke some of those key support and dragged down the STI as well over the past few days, right? So we have broken, look at this right here, we have broken this 36 level, all right, and this green line, the 20 days moving average, starting to point down. So short term wise, not a good thing. That's where some selling can happen, all right, and that's where we are seeing sellers coming back. It kind of like broke 36, we went below 35, and this is where we are right now, about 33.77. So what would be the next support level whereby we can think about getting in, or maybe some potential bargain hunting can come back again? And I would say that this level will be none other than that 32, all right, to 33 level. Let me explain to you why. So basically you can see that this upward sloping line, the red line is the 100 days moving average, and this blue line is the 200 days moving average. So this is pretty much showing that the longer term uptrend is intact when the red is above the blue, and both of them are pointing out. Of course, in the short term, we did see a little bit of selling right here when Omicron kind of hit. We kind of like, you can see we neared these two lines, the red and the blue line right here in the center, started to see quite a firm rebound from it. So right now you can see that we might be approaching these two longer term moving averages, which is the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average below. So we might actually see a little bit of downside all the way here, all right, towards the 33, and of course if the 33 with the breakdown is back to this 32 level, which would be quite a good decent support right here, because 32, you can see it coincides really nicely, all right, with where the 200 days moving average line. Look at this right here, this is where the 200 days moving average line is, and also where we rebounded somewhere in November as well. So I think we've approached this level 32, 33, all right, that's where some good bargain hunting might come back again. All right, that's where you can potentially think about getting in, especially if you have got out, you've taken some profit near at a high 37, 36 plus. That's a good thing. All right, that's where you can think about positioning yourself to get in again, or to ride any potential rebound, all right, for this bank. Right, but normally what we're going to see is that we don't want to just rush to get in near the support levels. You want to probably see a little bit of stability, a little bit of good bullish candlestick price action near there, all right, and that's where we can think about getting in again. All right, so let's take a look at what it says on my 1GT system for DBS, all right, before we move on to the other banks. Okay, so this is DBS on the 1GT, one good trend system that I have that kind of like alerts us to counters like this, and also guides us on entry and exit, right? So for DBS, as I mentioned, we did see quite a good move up, since like November, December. We had a really good move 1st of December after the sell down in like Omicron, right? In November, we got this bullish signal, green arrow pointing up. You can see the trend bar is green in color. We got this bullish signal, went up, we broke the resistance here, pushed all the way up from somewhere around like $31 to about 35. We got an exit, started to consolidate a bit, and you can see we got a new bullish signal somewhere around 3rd of Feb. went up a little bit. You can see we started to consolidate. As I mentioned, like this 36 level was like the resistance turn support, and we were actually holding quite well above that 36, but then we got an exit, right? We got an exit, so that's like a sign maybe to just get out first, take some profit, because that's where some selling can actually come back. All right, so right now you can see that there are no entry signals, whether is it to the downside or to the upside. We got an exit and that's it. All right, so probably have to see, right? I mean, if we were to hit to maybe that 33, 32 level, if we do see like a new bullish signal coming up again, that could be a good entry to think about getting in again. So next, let's go on to the next bank, which would be UOB. And guys, if you like this video, go ahead to give me an early thumbs up. It will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing that. Of course, smash the subscribe button as well so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So let's take a look at the second bank, which would be UOB, right? UOB trading about $29.98 right here, right? So same thing like DBS, we were actually seeing a really good move, since like December, January 2022, push all the way up. You can see we broke that 28 level. This was a really firm resistance level. We broke that $28, right? $28, and went all the way up from like 28 to about 33, 32, consolidated for like 1 to 2 weeks, and of course we had the news coming out, and then we broke this support level, the $32 support level right here. You can see that is where the 20 days moving average line is as well, something like DBS just now, right? So you can see we broke this level, all right, and this green line is a bit like pointing down, so we might see a little bit of weakness in terms of the short term to the downside, all the way to maybe about $30. And you can see right now we are 29.96, so $30 is a little bit of a psychological support level. We do want to give a little bit of weight to it, all right, and you see it seems like buyers are starting to come back to like defend that level a little bit, right? You can see we went to a low of about 29.61 today, so we kind of broke that $30, and buyers are starting to come back a bit, but just be careful, because buyers might come back a little bit, but we still stay below that $30 over the next few days. I think that's where potentially we might still see more weakness in the short term coming in. I mean, depending on developments as well, if we kind of like break the $30 on more bad news, that is where we can see selling coming back all the way to that $28 level, which I think if we actually hit towards that 28 level, 28, 29, that would be a much stronger support level. Why? As I mentioned, this $28, guys, look at this, right? All the while since like 2019, all right, we were trading below this 28 resistance level. Let me just go to draw it for you right here. You can see that this is pretty much the range that we have seen selling right here. This is where a lot of selling have came back over the past 2 years. You can see touch came down, we neared it about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We neared it, all right, about 27, 28. It's like what we call the sell zone, right? And we broke that 28 level. So this resistance, very firm resistance over the past 2 years, will now become what we call a firm support level potentially, all right? That's number one, right? So resistance turns support, and also this is also where the longer term moving averages are right here. As I say, the red line, the 100 days moving average, the blue line is the 200 days moving average. Both of them are right here, right? Just around that $28. So I think we kind of like hit towards that 28. We see a little bit of stability, some good bullish reversal price actions there. That is where potentially we can start to see some good bargain hunting. So you have got out, like 31, 32, 33 plus. You set a stop loss if you broke like support at 30, 31, 32. That is where you could think about getting in again, all right, to time your entry to catch any potential rebound, because as I see right now, the longer term trend is still pointing up for now. The longer term trend, not the short term, guys, the longer term trend. But of course, the short term, yes, we are seeing a bit of weakness because we broke this $32 support. So unfortunately, that's where some short-term selling can come back. But it can be a good opportunity to get in again on some of those attractive levels that I talked about, near 28, 29. I think that's where some good bargain hunting can come back again. Right, so let's take a look at what it says on my 1GT system to see what it says. Okay, quick one. So this is UOB on my 1GT system. All right, we had a couple of good bullish entry and exit signals. You can see right over here, this was in November. As I say, we kind of broke the support due to Omicron, went all the way down, we got an exit, and that's where we got a new bullish signal coming back. The trend bar turned green, and look at this bullish signal here on the 8th of December. As I say, we kind of consolidated, we broke the red dotted resistance line, and went all the way from like 26.60 all the way to around like 29 to $30. Got an exit, and then with a new bullish signal came out in February, went up, we got an exit, And you can see right now we got the exit and it kind of like, went down, right? So there are no new entry signals, whether is it bearish or bullish, right? So we got exit and that's it, right? So yeah, we'll see, right? Maybe we start to head down towards the next support level at that $28. That's where potentially we might see a little bit of a bargain hunting and hopefully a new bullish signal comes out, right? But as I say right now, $30, maybe $29.70, $30, $29.70. Look at this green dotted line. That's where we are seeing a little bit of support based on prices in January, right? About $29.70 to $30. That's where some bargain hunting, that's where some support can come back as well. But if that breaks, unfortunately more selling can come back in terms of the short term. Okay, so this is OCBC and let's take a look at where we are right now, about $11.61. So it seems like OCBC have sold off quite a fair bit, I mean, compared to like DBS and UOB. I think like last week you kind of like saw quite a gap down here, and the reason was because of like results announcement and it came in below expectation. Is where it kind of like sold off. It broke that $13 support level, and of course the results were not that good, I mean, compared to expectations. And of course we have the news coming out in terms of Russia as well, and Ukraine, all right, and started to head lower and lower. All right, so this is where we are right now at about $11.61. We have sold off by, I would say, more than 11, 12, 13% away from the high just last week, about $13, $13, right? It was like consolidating from like 13 to 13.50, but we kind of broke this $13 support. Look at this, right? The green line is right here as well. You kind of went below the green line, and you can see this green line is pointing down. Right, so where are we right now, and where can we potentially see some good bargain hunting coming back, like DBS and UOB? Well, I would say that this level is somewhere around here. In fact, we are already somewhere at these levels, and this is about the $11.50 to about that $11 level. All right, why? Look at this, right? This $11.50, guys, it was actually the support that had been holding since like September last year, or maybe all the way to like March as well. You can see we were holding quite well. We went below, came back up, and you can see the reversal actually happened when we went above that $11.50. So now this is where we are right now. I think the low today is about $11.45, and buyers are coming back up to kind of defend it and push it above $11.50. Right now it's $11.61. Right, so $11.50 would be a bit of a support level, but I think the most critical one would be this $11. This $11 was where we saw some good bullish reversal candles in like November, before that rally really started, right? So I think 11 to 11.50 would be kind of a good level if you're looking to get in again. You've exited, you took some profit on the good rise up. That's where you can think about positioning yourself to get in again on dips, right, for any good rebound, right? So 11 to 11.50, I think these are all good levels to think about getting in again for OCBC, all right, and you can put them in your watch list as well. All right, let's take a look at the 1GT system to see what it says, if there are any exit as well on the recent bullish signal. Okay, so this is OCBC on the 1GT system, all right, and I'll not go too far. I think it looks something similar to your DBS and UOB. That was in like November. Omicron, we got a bearish signal, it broke down like the support around 11.60, went down, we got an exit, and somewhere around like 4th of Jan, that was a really good move, got a green arrow pointing up, a new bullish signal, went up. We got an exit here on 24th of Jan. A few days later, we got a bullish entry, went up, we got an exit. And this is where we are right now. We kind of like saw a breakdown of that $13 support, and it seems like there is a new bullish signal coming out, right? There's a new bullish signal coming out. I say right now we are about 11. I think we're kind of like sold off a little bit. We are like 11.50. All right, so yeah, this bearish signal might play out, all right, if we were to go below that 11.50. All right, but as I say, $11 is some of those good support levels, right? $11 will be where we are, all right, somewhere in November. All right, so I think if you hit towards the $11, hopefully we see some stability, some good price actions coming back in terms of buyers coming back, and maybe even a good bullish candle to come back to ride any rebound, right? But this is where we are right now. All right, we got an exit, we got a new bearish signal, unfortunately. All right, so just be careful if we were to go below the 11.50. In fact, we are actually seeing a little bit of weakness right now towards the 11.50. Alright guys, so there we have it. We have covered pretty much the three Singapore local banks, DBS, UOB and OCBC. So I hope that you now have a clearer picture of like where we are in terms of the banks, what has happened, what some of the levels that we have broken down, alright, and where we are right now in terms of potential buying pressure coming back again, right? And you can probably think about, loading up at some of those good levels, attractive levels that I talk about. As long as we hold above some of those good supports, that's where the uptrend in the longer term might still be intact. There could be a potential rebound, right? Even though the short term we can still see selling. Alright, so this is Joey here. I hope you enjoyed this video, you have gained some value for it. And if you like this video, go ahead to give me a like. It will definitely help out the channel. And of course, smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So Joey here, thank you so much for watching. If you're keen to find out a little bit more on the entire framework on when to get in and when to get out, or the one good trend framework, or the one GT, one good trend system as well, you can attend one of those free web classes that we're still running. That's where we'll share with you a little bit more on the framework and also what it says on the system, how it works, how it can guide you as well to get in and get out. Alright, so Joey here, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to see you in one of those free web class and to share with you a little bit more. Right, take care, bye.